Hello everyone, welcome back to Jared's Mind Stuff, and today's video I will be doing a complete review of how MBC works, or MidWestBus Company. So this video will be separated into parts. We'll start off with part 1, which will be MidWestBus Company's buses and how they work. So I'm gonna section them out into three different types of buses. Let me go explain how they all work. So, let's start with the first bus. Let me start with the first section. So, basically, for example, for bus, there are spare buses, basically. Any bus that anyone can spawn. So, when you join the game, you click on this bus icon here, and you can spawn any bus. You have a list of buses, but you can spawn any bus that is a 3-digit number. No 4-digit number buses except 1033. The only one. So if you want to spawn 1033, a 2018 Bluebird Vision, you click on it. It'll show you in here. You click spawn, and there it is. As you can see, 1033 is spawned in. To despawn a bus, you do what I just did there. You click on this little house icon or garage, click despawn when it shows up. Now, for other 4-digit buses, like 1007, it will say I do not have permission to spawn this bus. Those are 2021 assignment buses, or 2022. Also, there also are 2022 assignment buses, like the Thomas HDX is a 2022 Thomas HDX, which I cannot spawn. Those are assignments. 1074, a 2021 ICCE, I cannot spawn. 1020, a 2021 Bluebird Vision, I cannot spawn. Now, 1008 is also a 2021 Bluebird Vision, but when I click on it, it says bus spawned successfully. That is because this is my assigned 2021 bus, so I am the only one who can spawn it. Now, I'm sure the co-owner and owner can spawn it, or someone else, but no other bus driver really can spawn it. At least I hope, because this is my assigned bus. To get an assigned bus, that is a different story, so I might save that in another video. I didn't need to worry you here. Now for the third bus thing, is in the $sign here, we have the Game Pass buses. So basically, when you buy a Game Pass, you get access to the buses. They're the FS65, the Bluebird CV2000, the International 380, the Shorty Vision, which is out of service, the Shorty ICCE, and the Thomas Minotaur, the Transport Van, which is not for sale right now, the ICRE, the Bluebird T3 RC, which a lot of the images are incorrect, so just ignore the bus image, the TC2000, the Thomas MVP ER, the Bluebird D3RE, this one, I don't know, the Amtram, it looks like some type of Amtram, the Thomas MVP EF, is that another one? And the Thomas EFX. Those are all the Game Pass buses. Like, I have the Shorty Game Pass, and I can spawn the Shorty ICC. Oh right, I already have my bus spawned. There you go. There you go, spawn. So, you can spawn this, so anyone can spawn this bus who has the Game Pass. So it's like a spare bus, except that you have to have the Game Pass, but anyone can spawn this. So it's somewhat limited, but not as limited as the assigned buses are. And I don't know the model years of these buses, but they're not 2021. They don't have 2021 features, really. For some reason, this bus actually has working windows, but it doesn't have inside turn signals or engine fan or working emergency hatch or rear emergency exits or side emergency. It's kind of weird. So this is just a shorty version of the ICC, which is this bus. That's a little old. And then also the Thomas Minotaur too, if you have it, which is probably one of the it's supposed to be it's a very unique bus, except it's upside, it's on its side. Maybe it's tired or something, but this is probably one of the more unique buses, but I'll review that in another time. Yeah. Oopsies. Come on, despawn the bus. There you go. Phew. Now, so that is really how the bus things work. They will spawn in a certain, they will spawn in a spot. Now, for some reason, the numbers aren't in these spots, but like on this spot here, if you were to spawn 1033 right here, it spawns at that spot. Like, I'll show you. See, spawns right at the 1033 spot, which perfectly makes sense. So, that is how the buses work. It's time to move on to part 2 of this video, which is going to be how to become a bus driver. Okay, so for this part here, I'll explaining how to be a bus driver. So, when you join MidWestBus company in the group, you will become a applicant. It will say up here, say applicant, or it might have like a in brackets A or something. I can't remember. So when you are an applicant, you can join the community edition of the game, or just the main upstate New York, and that's where you can spawn. You can spawn all your normal buses, and if you have a game pass, you can spawn your game pass bus. Assignments don't even work there, of course, because to get an assignment, you need to be a bus driver. And even if you're a bus driver, if you try playing community edition, you can't even spawn your assignment. So, for this part, to become a bus driver, you first need to go either in the group shout, or if you're in the Discord server, in hashtag training notify, a trainer will say if they're hosting a training at what time. Now you want to try your best to get there a little bit early for the training. Now in the training center, which will be in the group, with the under group games. So what you want to do is so you want to join the training center a little early, like 5 to 10 minutes, probably like 5 minutes early at least. So once a trainer will probably join, it will say rank up trainer, and you will wait for them to start. They will lock the game so no one else can join, and then they will explain the training. They will explain the training. They will basically say they'll be showing you how to be a bus driver. They will show you how to do a pre-trip, which is testing all your lights and everything. They test to make sure everything works. They will show you. It will still test you with making stops, or when to put the ambers and when to put the reds out. They will also they test you with driving skills too, with turning and stuff. If you pass, you become a bus driver. If you fail, you will have to wait for another training to try again. So that is how a training works. I'll probably explain more about it in another video. So once you get trained, you can join the BD edition, or bus driver edition of the game, which is where all the bus drivers normally spend time, because they're actually trained. In the community edition, it can be crazy because people don't know how to drive and how it works and everything. So that is basically how to become a bus driver. Then when you're a bus driver, you can get assignments and stuff, but that'll be, like I said, that's another video. So time to move on to part 3. Now part 3, I feel like it should be school location. I feel like this part should be more about the map. So let's get to it. Before we cover the map, I just forgot about something. The third part is actually going to be teaching you how to drive a bus. So once you complete your pre-trip is where you check all your lights to make sure everything works. Once you do your pre-trip, I'll explain the controls. So when you first spawn a bus, the door will spawn in like this, okay? So when you click on this door, you kind of open the door up and you can walk in. But if you try pressing B, which is door control, it doesn't do anything. That is because you have to click on buses. Each bus is a bit different. On the Bluebird Visions, you have to click on this. Or under the buses, it might be up there or somewhere else. Just look for a lever. But if I'm also correct, there should be another way, which is by pressing. It doesn't say. I don't know. It's like if you press B on this, it would engage it, but I don't know if that's actually a real thing or not. So let me engage this. So that is how the door works. Now now when you press B, now for our other controls, Z. hold on. Let me actually engage the battery. So let me say, so press M to engage the battery, okay? And that now you can control not just the hazards and the brakes, but and the headlights. You now control the ambers. Well, of course, the reason why the reds came out is because the door's open. But if I had the door closed, you would see the ambers are out. You'll press it again. So when you're driving, when you reach a house, you press V to engage the ambers. Then when you get close, you press B and the reds will. When the door opens, the reds will come out. And then when you're done, you press B and the reds come in the door. Now, if you just want the reds out without putting the ambers, you press V with the door out. So, now for other controls. Z is your left, Z on the keyboard is your left turn signal. X is your hazards. C is your right turn signal. V are the ambers. B is the door. N controls your gauges, you want the gauges shown or not shown. M is your starter. So, about starting, once you press the battery once, it will say wait to start here. Then once it doesn't say, you press M again to activate. Press M again to turn on. Now, A turns left, turns the wheels left. D turns the wheels right. S brakes. W goes forward unless you're in reverse. W basically moves the bus in whatever direction you shift. For shifting, let me start the bus up again. So you wait to start. Wait for it. If you're in reverse, well, so for the press Q to go in reverse, then E gets down. Q shifts down and E shifts up. If you're on D, if you want the R, press Q twice. If you're in reverse and want to go to drive, press E once. If you want to go to neutral from drive, press E once. If you're in reverse and you want to go to neutral, press E once. Your fuel is here, so you have to fuel that. Now, R active is like a backup camera, so you can't move the camera at all. It kind of shows you R activates traction control, but I don't really use that. Y controls your camera, so when you first sit in the bus, your camera's like this. Press Y, it goes to this view. Press Y again, and your camera can't move left or right. Now, right there, you hear that beeping. That is a child check. So, to make sure that there are no children on board, to deactivate that child check on most buses, you go to a button in the back and you click on it. Now, unlike the Bluebird T3 FEs and the 2021 ICCEs, it's a bit different where you have to go to the back and then you have to press M and it kind of clears it or something. So that is how, I'm not very familiar with those child checks though, but there's a little different. Now, back to the controls. You activate, as long as you have the battery on, you activate your interior lights, so at nighttime you can see it. I and O control your camera, which is just like how Roblox works anyways. P is your parking brake, so without P, as you can see, well, you can start the engine on without but if you're in drive and you don't park the brake, your bus will move. If you park the brake, you'll stop. Now, if you have, let's say you're going very quick, let's say you're going 7, 8, 9 miles per hour, when you try to turn the parking brake down, it doesn't work. You have to wait until it's at least 4 miles per hour. I think 5 miles per hour. Oh no, you can't do 5. But you have to be 5 or lower. Unless you hold it. If you're going really quick, if you hold the parking brake down, you can't do stuff. So that is how L is for your lights. So when you spawn the bus, it will be like this. You press L for your for your normal lights, and then L for your, and then press L again for high beams. L again turns them off. Now in MidWestBus Company, you have to always have your base headlights on. The high beams are just if you're trying to drive at night, and really, if you are like doing a route session and it's dark out, you can do that if you're driving first person. But if a bus comes by, like if you're behind a bus or a bus crosses, like at a second, make sure to switch back to normal just so you don't blind the bus driver. It's nice you do that. So K are wigwags. So not all buses have wigwags, but like my bus does. So you press K once for the normal. For wigwags, always just to be on. Press K again, and the wigwags only turn on if you have red. So as you can see. Now press K again, and I think, and it turns them on. This time they're always on. Press K again. Only activate with the red. So that's how the wigwags work. J is for your flashers. So like, if you're at an intersection and you want someone to go across, you can kind of signal to them to go first. H is your horn. G, I don't think G does anything. The controls down here. So this is also a guide. G is your wipers. G, so for like, I know like the T3 FE is working wipers, so that's what G would do. F is fog lights. By I don't know any buses that have fog lights. Let me see here. That's basically all the controls that's basically all the controls that I remember. If I missed something, you can say it down in the comments. Well, okay, there we go. Phew, I thought that was gonna be second one. So now so there's also other differences on buses. So but most like I know like all the Bluebird Visions have at least a working side exit. Only the 2021s have working rear emergency exits and side emergency exits. So most 2021s, all 2021s have the working exits. Now not all spare buses have those working exits. Like not. All the spare ones don't have rear working emergency exits. Some buses do have side emergency exits, but not all of them. So you just click on them for it to open. Most buses do have working roof hatches. You just click on them. So click once for the front part to be up. Click again for both parts to be up. Click again for the front one to be down with the back to be up. And click again for it to be fully closed. Now most 2021s also have working windows. But this bus, like the T3 FE and Thomas HDX all have working windows. The Bluebird Vision and ICCEs only have some that actually go down, where you just click on them and the window will slide down. Click on them and the window slides down. So that's how that's basically all the seating. Now some buses do have working seats just to get into. You just stand on top of it, unless you have like a T3 FE where you actually click E to do it, which is nice. Now for taking your empty bus sign off, you just click on the sign and it goes up here. So that is all the controls of controlling of a bus. Now it's time for the fourth part, which will be the map now. Alright, so let's start the part. I will show you all the spots of the school, so outside. So first, I'll start with the elementary school and the middle school. So the elementary school is right there. That's the elementary school, so these bays turn elementary school. The middle school is over there. That's the middle school. So elementary school and middle school are right next to base. The high school is further. So there are multiple ways to get to the high school. I'll just show you. I'll be taking a new way. The high school, if you play the high school is where the old ES used to be, elementary school. So I'll be taking the highway, which is the brand new thing they installed. The highway goes from there and goes all around and ends all around the other 2021 things I'll probably cover. This is also new here. This is closed off before. now they actually have new stoplights. They have a road that goes down there, which was there before, but a bit different now. And there's a mountain over there too. Oh, fine. So we're taking that. Oh, right. About that. Weirdly enough, there's a bus that spawns right there. 621 is one. Some buses up there, and I'm gonna head to that bus. It keeps flying there. It's actually kind of looks like it looks like it's like a T3 FE, but I don't know. I think it's a T3 RC. It's an electric bus. Let me go. I'm gonna go move that and I'll come back. As you can see, the map, this part's been redone completely. There's no church anymore, they removed that. And yeah, the city hall there. Where the McDonald's and Home Depot was, now it's a very small, Burger King. I mean, the McDonald's got moved. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I might not cover all of it, but I'll try my best. A lot of minor D. I won't show you all the minor D's, I will show more of the bigger ones. Like, there's a big... now a park over there, where there used to be a drive-in, now the park is open. There's the high school currently. And that's the exit where we can go to the high school. The highway does continue and drops off at the end of that. Construction over this road. Here's the Carmel High School. This is really the big difference. The elementary school is quite normal, similar but still different. The high school kind of park it because see which one the line shows like that. You can do the left or right side. It doesn't matter. Like if you're on the right side, you don't have to turn right. You can turn left too. They dismiss one left side at a time. Put your hands park straight down. Load or unload. So that's the high school here. This, as you can see, the highway ends right over here. So this here is so remember this intersection here, that little part here that I'm showing my mouse, that's all closed off for road construction, so you have to take a detour. This part here is under construction a lot, and stoplight intersection's been kind of redone with the road. There's the McDonald's right there. Here's Kevin's gas, that fueling area. More neighborhoods. The high school, that's where the high school used to be, if you see kind of far. But if you look where my mouse is at the top of the screen, that's where the high school was. Right, and the highway, you see all those little pillars, we eventually the highway comes. Highway ends over there. Yeah, this road here, of course, is the neighborhood. There's a little building over there, which we'll head over there and down this road too. So let's turn. This stoplight is a bit weird. It really slows you down. The stoplight really weird. It kind of holds you back. You have to work like you want to be past. This is what's still happening. Which is awesome. Or the someone, maybe not like the someone, like someone in a high rank. So that's there. Now there's also another store there, that little store, which we'll head to. There's actually a little cafe over here, but that's I was in before this. Yeah, I can't remember what that's called. Can't remember I'll just go through here and kind of loop around to get there. It's really weird at the stop. Come on, go green. Oh, red light's so tasty. While you're wearing a stoplight, don't the whole time. Gas station. I am gonna go down this road. Another store down, like that store there. Now you can see that's the other side of the highway. The highway ends. So on that side ends and then loops all the way around and ends here. Which is probably gonna be extended because you can see more of that. There's a water tower over there that you can kind of see, and there's more stores in the Main Street, which is the main one that we always have to drive on. So I'll go down there next probably. Just like I'll take the highway and start. Then you can see the tunnel part. There's a mountain. The highway goes through the mountain. I'll show you. Very careful. Understand, very careful. If you go too quick, your bus is going to go off. Very slow. Here in the back, there's two lonely houses over here. This is the start of the range. So here we go. Here is Chris's Chicken. That's like some type of like repair shop. That's Chris. I know that one. I couldn't read that one really. That's Chris's Chicken here. This is Midwest Market. Midwest Market. This is the train tracks where like on always used to stop at. Train tracks, very common one to stop at. Big power lines there. The water tower. That's the Pays and Arts grocery store, considering, just so you know where we are. So we were over there when we entered the highway, the water tower as well. Now, there's a little, like, there's a bunch of shops over here. So right to the left, I mean. That's the daycare there. Might go point out from going. That's the Burger King where the old McDonald's was, like I showed before. The church is gone now. That's the park area. And like. Farming area, like a farm kind of area here. I don't know what to call that. This area kind of stays the same. Road work up here. That's that bit of the detour we have to take. So you either can take the detour here or take the detour here. I'm gonna take the detour here. Hopefully they can get that finished. So So we were already here because that's the high school over here. So we were kind of over here, but that's another gas station. Like I said, let me find that gas station. Basically it off of all the buildings from what I can see. This is just more neighborhoods. I'll go that cafe down there. I think the name of that is. Actually wait, that's a wrong should stay. So I'm pretty sure once you get that cafe, that's all the new stores. I might have missed something there. I'm sorry. What I see these seem like all the stores they have. There is actually, before we go to the cafe, there is one little, it's not really a store, but they kind of made a neighborhood name, a section of houses. Not very much, show that. So over here, under this part of the highway ends here. Here. Part here is kind of will probably come all the way over here. Really nice stop. I really makes it even it's also small because really makes it much better professional. Actually, there is one thing I forgot to mention. I'm not gonna go all the way back there, but I'll go back. They kind of treated the lounge is the place where I was that one video I had. The video the last video of me doing this bus is my second school bus ride. Where I had it when I was getting from water. That little area where I parked my bus, that's the lounge. They basically extended it. So I'll show you that. kind of enters from over there. And I forgot that store there. Oh. When we get off the highway, I'll go back down. I think actually, when I go to the drivers, I'll probably that'll be perfect. A lot of traffic. That part was basically over there and they didn't have a little cover, but now it does, and they moved it, kind of split it. So they're not all crowded at one space. I see this is the lounge, you see it got much more extended now. No, I do not know what this looks like. I know what that, I do not know what that is. Anyway, here's the, we have more train tracks. Remember, this part's basically the same because you have the 3 sets of houses up here. Well, this part is completely different, but this part kind of goes back to what it was, where you just connect up to you had these 3 houses. Now the church was like here, and you had a little roundabout, but now it's like a little river there. Here's these 3 houses again. It's really small, like everything. Which I know all like the house, they're kind of like that. Now to get to that other story about height, as you see, we cannot go that way because someone put a house there, so someone moved in there, which is like, if you want to go on a car going 25 miles per hour, it's fun. You're shooting right through your house. Sorry to say that, sir. Not gonna go on the main street, gonna be too, I might as well just stay. I might miss some things that I really am sorry if I did. So, yeah, there's a couple other things, well, a couple last things I want to say. For in-route sessions, when you, for example, for the middle school and the elementary school, when you park in these spots, you park where my mouse is, you can see, you want to make sure you depart left to right, so this spot goes first, and this one, and this one, and this one. Don't back out of order, it just goes chaos and everything. Same thing with the elementary school, too. That was one last note I wanted to mention. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you. Bye! Alright. Perfect. Time to do my dude. Oh god, I left the recording on. Oh